right, so here we go, talking about spa theory review from a licensed massage therapist. I found the job. Let me go back. Nah, we're just gonna keep going. All right, I found the job application or the posting online, and I applied. I don't remember how many. It took a couple days, less than a week, and they're gonna contact you, and then they'll put you on to go to orientation, which is all done online. I believe it's via Zoom or some sort of phone interface. Now you can do. People were doing it through their phone, or you could do it through your computer. Sometimes if you use a phone for Zoom, it can cause problems. So do with that as you will. The whole entire orientation was about 50 to 60 minutes. Just count for it to be 60. Understand if you show up late, even 5 minutes, they may not let you in, and you'll have to wait for the next orientation, which could be in 2 weeks or a month. So now that's orientation. And in orientation, I'm gonna give you some of the information. Right? So things you may have to bring with you, besides, what you choose to use, lotion. I do believe they don't want you to use oil because it could damage the person's property. But your sheets, your table. Something you should consider is getting you some stones. I didn't know they made portable stone heaters, but they do. So, and they sell them on Amazon. Another therapist had it, and it looks like a very small suitcase, and it just plugs into the wall. Pretty sick. She said she got it on Amazon for less than $30. And why that's good is because you might get paid a little extra. I do believe you get but I didn't do it, so I don't remember. But I do believe you get paid extra. And here's the thing, is that if you don't have those stones, they may just go with a different therapist. They'd be like, hey, do you have stones? Or you don't have stones? Hey, then we're just they may go with something else. I told them I didn't have stones, and they were like, hey, give us a second. And they contacted the other therapist and asked if I could use their stones. And I was like, hey, listen, I don't, feel comfortable using someone else's property. It's messing up with their flow. It might mess up with my flow because I'm going to the other side of the room. Because a lot of these massages, they're done in tandem. There could be up to multiple people in the same room just doing massages, right? So I just said, hey, I'm good. But the person was like, hey, no problem on the stones, just show up. So the people at the end of the phone, these spa theory people, will work with you if you don't have something. But if you don't have it, you should work on getting, because it's going to cost you money. So that part is pretty sick, of all the communication they do on their end to get you facilitated. All right, so things you should consider besides but the shoe covers, because maybe you're going to a place and you want to wear shoes or whatever. Just that's an idea. I don't bring shoe covers. If they told me to take off my sneakers, I would just take off my sneakers. The intakes are verbal. Mobile speaker, no commercials preferably. So I usually just buy a couple songs off of iTunes. I bought a massage therapy album, and I just have it downloaded to my phone. So it's basically like an hour plus worth of massage music. And I just bring a Bluetooth speaker. And then another thing they say to consider doing is asking if the lighting is to their preference. I've never even thought about this, and all the times I've done mobile massage, I just picture when I show up that the way they have the blinds is the way they want it. I usually bring I buy these eye covers, and I'm just like, do you want an eye cover? And sometimes they do. I just give them or I just use a pillowcase, and because whenever I give the eye cover, that's their eye cover now. Because I just have them. I buy them pretty inexpensively, and that covers their eyes. Or I just fold the pillowcase, and then I can take that back and I can rewash the pillowcase, because pillowcases can be washed, right? So asking, that's considerate. Don't touch your phone after you wash your hands, that type of stuff. Understand that some of these spa parties could be 2 people, and I guess they do things as big as a couple hundred people, because they do events. They do events. Sometimes they work with celebrities. So this could be a pretty high-end thing. I mostly just deal with people in their own homes, couples, or smaller spa parties. You're supposed to wear black, which usually everyone does. There really isn't a spa theory t-shirt at this time, just head to toe black. Your sneakers can be, I guess, whatever color, but I usually go with black. Payments are done through Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal. No, I think it's just Zelle and PayPal. Yeah, it's just Zelle and PayPal. Zelle and PayPal. And another thing to do, they say, take the trash with you. Now the appointments are usually between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. The latest an appointment will be is 9 p.m. The start time. So which means it could be a 2-hour that starts at 9, which means you're getting done around 11:20. But even for the 9 p.m. one, that person has to be a repeat customer, which means they've already been in the system and they're cool. So 9 p.m. is the latest something will start, and that person has to be a repeat. All right, and like I said before, the Zelle and the PayPal takes about 3 to 5 business days. And I believe they usually disperse on Tuesday or Thursday. And every time that's been true, within 3 to 5 business days, they're always on point with that. Okay, so a couple of the payments that I received. So just to now understand, it's $70 an hour. That's what it is. That's the base, $70 for 60 minutes, and that's 60 minutes hands-on. So, and a 90-minute is $100. So they can pay you more, where sometimes if they need a massage facilitated, they'll add $5, $10. I once did a 1-hour massage, and that was for $120. And that was right after I got out of work from my main job. I was like, I can't turn down $120 for a 60-minute massage, and they were only 20 minutes away. So based on that math, $120, IRS got to get their cut at 15%, which is $18. And then round trip was about $6 in gas. So that was a cost of $24, which means I had basically a net profit of $96 after taxes. So $120, I got basically to keep $96. Now, they give you the whole 120. I'm just giving you the measurements and reminding you of taxes and cost, and 40 minutes round trip. And then obviously, 5 to 10 minutes of setup and breakdown on each side. So that 1-hour massage in total had 40 minutes of transportation and approximately 15 to 20 minutes of setup and breakdown. So another massage I did it was a small spa party. They had rented out like an Airbnb. There was 3 total massage therapists and 6 people getting massage. So we did basically a 60-minute back-to-back. So 2 hours of work total, and that was $185. And that day, one of them actually gave me an extra $20. One of the customers. Now understand that's not normal. Oh, you know what? That's right. So did the $120 one. He gave us both. It was a couple. Gave us both an extra $20. So that 1-hour one was actually $120 from Spa Theory, and then $20 from the customer, and then $185 when I did the 2-hour was actually $205 because someone gave me a $20. Now under $20. Now understand that you don't always get that, and that's rare because the tip is included. But sometimes people are generous, or sometimes people really like the massage and they put in extra for you. All right, so let me show you how you'll receive opportunities. So for this one, there is no, what's that called? There is no app. There's no app yet. I think that you can download it, but it's not facilitated. It's not functional for you to use. So everything is through text messages. You'll simply get a text message. It'll be like, Spa Theory, new opportunity. It'll tell you the payout. Let us know if it works for you. 2 60-minute massages back to back. It'll tell you the date and the time, when to arrive, and it'll give you a basis of the location. It won't give you the exact address because it'll just show you about where it'll be so that you can calculate accordingly. And then it'll say, send that out. And sometimes they'll double text and say, hey, are you available to take this? Sometimes I'm working, I don't see the text message. And then you can respond, yes. And then as soon as you say yes, within a few minutes, or maybe it's 10, 20, depending on how far away it is, you'll receive the confirmation, the Spa Theory confirmation, the payout, and then you'll get the exact address and you'll get the client's name. And sometimes they'll even send you the name of the other therapist you're going to be working with. All right, let me see this next one. All right, as you lead up to it, so say like it's Monday, Tuesday, that initial offer came. A day or two later, they'll send you another reminder text, which I appreciate because and they'll say, hey, are you still available for that Saturday, right? And then you'll respond, oh, I confirm. They'll say, thank you for confirming. And then the day before, they'll do it again. Hey, we're just letting you know, tomorrow, are you still on? You say yes. Perfect. Thank you for confirming. So after you do the massage, you go in there, you kill it. How you get paid is either through PayPal or Zelle. I use Zelle. I was a little confused on how to use it because I haven't used it forever. But how it could work is how I use it. I pressed the request button right there in the middle. And then I basically went, and then it took me to the next screen, choose recipient or add search phone number. I take their phone number because I'm texting them. I'm like, hey, what's the phone number? They give me the phone number. I type it in. I request the money and the amount from the payout amount. They then send it to me. So right there, you can see right above the little cash emoji, it was 185. So that's basically it. And I think that's everything. Yeah, I have no complaints. Understand this is contractor work, so you do have to pay those taxes. I just want to remind you. But yeah, if you ever don't want to work and it's as simple as, hey, can you make this appointment? I just put, hey, I appreciate you reaching out. No, thank you. Hey, I can't at this time. And sometimes they'll be like, what if we pushed it further back? They do that too, where it'll say 6 p.m. or even 5 p.m. They're like, hey, what about 7:30, 8 o'clock? And they'll get on the phone, they'll start calling and like, hey, that person will see you at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So if you're ever trying to get an appointment or they call and that time doesn't work for you, just text back, hey, I'm at work till 5, but I can do it at 7:30. And they'll be like, let me contact the client. So see how that works. The other thing I want to talk about is if it's possible to make a full-time income. I think I added up all the messages for, I think, one straight week, 7 days. And if you did I looked at it, and if I did every single one that was within 30 to 40 minutes away, 30 to 40 minutes, like with traffic, 30 to 40 minutes or less away in distance, you did every single one, or I did every single one from my geographic location, there would be enough to make about $800 a week. But once again, you got to subtract your costs, you got to subtract cost and taxes, stuff like that. Now, once again, you get the whole money, and how you disperse it is your choice. But yeah, so that's what I saw. But once again, I didn't go through with that. I just do them here and there. But that's what I saw. Now, 800 just could be for my region, but it is possible. So if you had 800 times 4, it comes out to be like 3,200 a month. Could you live off of that? I don't know. That's a question you ask for yourself after all those miles on your car. But that would also come out. I don't have it right now in front of me, but right around 800. But understand, it was several hundred miles of driving per week to do that. Several hundred miles of driving a week to do that. So I can't recommend that because that's a lot of risk. But if you did every single one if I did every single one, I just want to repeat because I don't want you to be like, hey, I'm only seeing $500. Hey, it's a different time and you might be in a different place. Even if we live in the same place, things are changing by the week, you know what I'm saying? So that's just something to look out for. But I'm big on making sure you have a main job in person, and then these are extra. Main job in person where you're doing your 25, 35, 45 hours a week, and then the mobile massage is extra. But that's me. So I'd rather make less consistently than, try to hold out to try to make that $120 in an hour, because, rent is due in the first. You know how it is. All right, man. Have a good day.